Hi. I need to ask you something.
I think you'll find we're much friendlier than the last raiders.
I don't like this. Hey! Nothing there now.
Hostiles!
Too easy. The party is over.
Hi.
We'll talk more once we get to our base.
Hey,
Well, here we are. Yeah, I know it doesn't look like too much, but this is just the exterior. Do be careful about the barbed wire, though. That shit is brutal.
I see that.
You say that, but you'd be surprised how many idiots think it isn't anything to be careful around. We almost had a raider die because they got tangled up in the wire and wouldn't stop squirming and screeching.
Got it. Let's go.
Actually, you're going to need to wait out here. I can't allow you in our main base before I know you better. And Mina, you should wait out here too. Keep our friend company while I talk to Arlen about our next steps.
Take them with you or just leave them out here. I need to check on Claus, not babysit.
Your cat is fine, Mina. Everyone knows not to hurt him.
He's fine when I see he is fine, not when any of you say it.
All right. At least tell Arlen to get the radio device and bring it out here to me.
If I see him.
I know this might be jarring at first, but in time I think you'll come to enjoy this quite a bit. In fact, I somewhat envy you. You get a chance to prove your worth and capabilities amongst peers and test your skills against the wasteland itself. Every day you survive is further proof you can survive anything else. There's nothing quite like that feeling in anything else you can do.
Survival isn't a game.
Well, of course not. It's more serious than that, but that doesn't mean you should avoid trying to find something you enjoy from it. That moment when all odds are against you, but somehow you manage to overcome. Maybe with the help of a friend, your own force of will, or just dumb luck. It's all the same. This world wants you dead, but you are not going to make it easy. You're a challenge to death itself. But what about you? No one makes it this long without some challenge.
Still alive.
Isn't that the truth? Everything is trying to kill you. And it isn't even the obvious stuff, like death claws or ghouls. The land itself tries to kill you, with the cliffs, radiation, and heat. And if that doesn't work, then the plants get their turn. We had a girl, perfectly healthy and a great fighter. But one day she ate a few berries and then she's throwing her guts up and nothing Cat tried could save her. What's taking Arlen so long? I thought Mina might just be teasing, but I hate to do this, but if you just wait... Ah, here he is. Is everything ready, Arlen? I assume there were no complications?
I have the radio transmitter here, Andre. But John wanted to speak with you before you headed out with a new recruit. This is them, right?
Yes, it's them. And did he say what I was supposed to do with them? Leave them out here? I thought the plan was to do the tower first.
Hey, I'm just telling you what he told me. He makes the plans, not me. Anyway, I think he wanted to see them first as well. Oh, and Mina told me to tell you that Claus was starving and thus not fine. I'm not sure what that's about, but I warned you.
Really? Starving?
Of course not. He's the most well-cared-for thing in the bunker. But, you know her.
Alright, before we go in, I'm going to warn you. Yes, we have slaves. And no, you can't do anything about it. All you'll end up doing is getting them and yourself killed. Our people know to leave you alone, but if you do try anything foolish, none of us will hesitate to kill you. Trust me, I don't like threatening you like this, and I think you're smarter than that. But I want this to work, and to work, those are the rules. Now, let's go talk to John, and then we can get to the fun stuff.
Ray Smith, everybody. Ray.
Keep doing this forever. One last haul, and I'll call it quits. Yeah. Get moving.
Unexpected bit of news. I heard that.
Yeah. Get moving.
time a mission gets tough, you don't just change it on your own. We lost good men because of this. You understand?
Yes, I do. I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
John, Kat came to me about what happened. I decided to do the rescue, not her. She did well to escape alive.
She might be your girl, Andre. But when on a mission, you need to do what's good for us, not what she wants. No one was supposed to die, but 3 did because of her decision.
It was a suggestion, not...
Kat, we're done here. And Andre, enough. We have other things to discuss. But before that, let me welcome our new ally. Welcome. It's good to put a face to all the reports we've gotten on the Minutemen recently. We all thought they were done for good. I'm sure Andre already went over the basics of this alliance, but I wanted to reconfirm our commitment to making this work. We aren't looking to make new enemies, nor unwilling allies. You'll be hired to help us deal with the Gunners, that's it. And as long as your Minutemen stay away from us, we'll stay away from them, and any settlements they occupy.
Yeah, sounds fair.
Good. Straight to the point, like Arlen. I like that. I'll need to talk with Andre privately. But before you go, I believe you're still owed some caps for killing those gunners and Gaff's crew. Here you go. Also remember that I'm in charge, and Andre is my second in command. All mission orders come only from us. But, that being said, you are a guest here. So if one of my raiders give you an order, you follow it, or you come to Andre or I about it. Go take a look around, and come find Andre in a little bit to head out for the mission.
I'll wait for you at the front where we came in. See you later.
Hey there. Hey.
You do what you gotta do.
Hi. Hey there.
You like what you see, Squire?
Not bad. Not bad.
Good answer. Though, I guess we'll eventually find out if you're a liar, survivor, or rare truth teller. And another question, Squire. Do you think you actually understand the wasteland and how it all works?
I get it, you're a hard-ass combat veteran.
So am I. Can we move on?
Aren't you impressive? Though, any idiot can shoot a gun. So just because you might be a killer, doesn't mean you understand anything. It will be interesting to see if you can survive this. And when you die, is it because you were stupid? Or it was just your time?
Such a cute cat.
Especially when he flexes his murder paws. Speaking of which, if you hurt him, I will murder you. No warnings.
Yeah, I like you too.
Good. That's the smart thing to do. Maybe I'll even come to like you. If you're lucky.
I feel like I missed something.
Well, if you preferred I was like that little girl princess pretended to be in that sob story with Clark, you're going to be disappointed and a disappointment. Though, I would find it pretty amusing if you found some random Clark and murdered him for Princess or me. I might even find it romantic. She wouldn't.
Then, I suppose there's nothing else to say but goodbye.
Oh, I'm sure there's lots of things to say. But that's the smartest choice. Now, Squire, you're dismissed. Go bother somebody else.
Excuse me.
Welcome. It's good to see you looking well and unhurt. I'm sorry I couldn't help rescue you from those raiders, but I knew that Andre and Mina wouldn't fail.
What were you arguing about?
Oh, with John? Nothing you need to worry about. He likes to yell and feel important. I mean, he is important. And I fucked up, so naturally he has to tell me. He's the boss, you know?
You never mentioned I was walking into a trap.
Not one of my finer moments. One wrong turn, and instead of going into Andre's ambush, we found ourselves in another. I knew I shouldn't have had so many drinks before, but it worked out in the end, even if not as well as planned.
Why don't you just tell me about yourself?
I would think you'd have a pretty good idea who I am by now. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I kill, steal, lie, and abduct. Your normal raider. Not too complicated. Though I suppose I'm also the main medic here. The one with actual training, at least. Mina's pretty good too. She's all self-taught, though. A real smart girl.
So, you're a doctor?
I like the term field medic, or combat medic more, but I suppose it's all kind of the same thing. I travel and offer my assistance to those in need, treating gun wounds and such. I never did any surgery or anything. I couldn't be a doctor, though, you know, as a job. I've always found it hard to ask people to pay me or I'll suffer and maybe die. It doesn't seem right. But I think I've gone on long enough about the past. I'm sure I'm just boring you now. Anything else?
Maybe I should come back later.
I'm not going to stop you. Not like I could. Well, at least for now. Though if you have any questions, I could try to answer them. Try being the key word. It's not like I know everything, of course, but I shouldn't get ahead of myself.
Tell me about Andre.
He's the best friend you could have here. He is the ear of the boss. Well, him and Arlen, but he's more important. Also, he sees a lot of potential with you, and that makes you one of the safest people here. But don't let that go to your head. No one is really safe in the wasteland.
Tell me about John.
You know he's the boss. Kind of hands-off. Really great with those workbenches. Oh, and he really, really hates gunners. He's pretty obsessed with them, actually. Though I'm sure you guessed that. I mean, that's why you're here, right? To kill all the gunners?
Tell me about Arlen.
He's our weapons master and side chem dealer. I suppose he's also our technology expert, too. If you like talking electronics, chems, or soldier stuff, you'll get along well with him. Electronics are all I ever talk to him about, at least. I don't think Mina likes him very much, though. She hates all things chems. Though I doubt she'd kill him. He is probably Andre's best friend, after all.
Tell me about Mina.
She cooks her own food. It's really good, but she doesn't share often. And of course, she's probably the most dangerous one here. There were more raiders here once. They pissed her off, and now they're dead. They had it coming, though.
I should be on my way.
I'm sure we'll talk again soon. And don't think too much about... The main thing is that you're still alive. We all are.
This is Diamond City Radio, and I'm, me, Travis. Anyway, up next, well, it's hell.
Hey.
Not right now.
Excuse me.
I was almost worried you made yourself too comfortable. It's good to see you ready to go.
Lead on.
Right, stay close to me and we should be relatively safe. There are usually some enemies around those towers, but hopefully nothing you and I can't handle.
Where'd that little fucker go?
Hostiles!
Hey, got a sec?
Hey,
Lead on.
follow me. Looks like a mutant base ahead. Let's stay clear of it for now.
This shouldn't take.
Hope we have enough ammo. This was easy. After we get more of these towers, we'll be able to get this data and instructions in the field. But for now, we'll need to return to Arlen for our next move. Normally, we'd have a few more raiders with us, of course, but seeing you, you're like a small army. Where did you learn to fight? Certainly not with a Minutemen.
I've spent time in the military. Before the war.
That would explain it. There's certainly some serious training you have. Wait, you said before the war. Like, before the bombs and all this mess? I hope I look as good as you when I'm even a quarter your age. You must have been from one of those vaults then. Kat told me she thought you might be, and you all but confirmed it. Of course, your Pip-Boy is a good hint.
How does this device work?
I don't know the technical details, but Arlen says we can use the radio towers to intercept the gunners' messages and get their locations. Of course, they think they're the only ones who know how to properly use these radios. When they realize they're wrong, it will be too late for them.
Is Kat gonna be okay?
Yeah, she'll be fine. I know John seemed a bit hard on her, but he's like that with everyone. He hates losing people, and unfortunately we did. But that happens. And in the long term, I think having you with us will mean fewer losses. And for Kat, I think she generally prefers staying at the med center than going on missions, to be honest. We just thought she'd be better at recruiting you than Mina.
Why?
Kat is just better at getting people to trust her. At least that's what we've noticed. Mina can be a bit too blunt, I suppose. It's hard to explain. Something is just missing from Mina that isn't with Kat.
Sort of. It's complicated.
A story for another time, I take it. That's okay. Though if you ever feel like sharing, I'm sure Kat would like to hear about it. She loves talking about what it was like before the bombs.
I'm ready to go.
Back the way we came. Follow me.
Someone there. I'll wear your guts around my neck!
Hope you have enough ammo.
Who's there?
I hope we have enough ammo. Actually, let's take out that super mutant camp we just passed. Looks like there would be good supplies, and I'm sure we can easily take them.
All right.
I knew I could count on you. You take point, I'll cover you.
splatter your brains! I'll wear your guts around my
Hostiles!
neck! It's made us! Now suffer for your arrogance!
Hope we have enough ammo.
Now I'm angry! That sound! What is it?
Bit more of a challenge than those raiders, right?
Excuse me.
Follow me.
was hoping that would be you both coming through the door.
So, is everything working now?
The signal is coming in, and I believe I'm isolating sources correctly, but we'll need more towers before it's all it can be. I'll need to run some more calculations and some plotting, but this should be enough to find some bastards to kill.
That's good to hear. Let's just hope no more of your radio devices end up fried. This has been delayed for too long.
Well, they're all safe now. Hell, now it would be easier to rob our treasury than mess with these devices.
So you do think it was sabotage?
I can make mistakes in installing and configuring them, sure. But 3 all frying in a row? Can't think of a better answer.
Keep up the good work, Arlen. So it sounds like we'll have a bit of time for rest. I suggest you relax and get ready to face gunners. They generally put up more of a fight than raiders do.
The gunner's giving you trouble?
Yeah, for a long time. Actually, they've been our main foes since before we even found this bunker. I don't want to get in details right now, but just know that we have history with the gunners. And as far as John is concerned, all gunners must die. Keeps things simple, at least.
Quite a place you've got here.
And it's real state-of-the-art, too. The Brotherhood would have an orgy in here if they ever found this place. After killing all of us, of course.
Well, thanks to you, Arlen, we managed to keep this place off their radar, so to speak. And let's keep it that way. They like killing just as much as any raider or gunner does.
See you around.
Great. You should check in on Mina and Kat. See if they have anything for you. I'll find you later.
Think about it. Stay calm. Wasn't your fault. Get what you had to do.
Excuse me.
Hey.
Hey there.
Hey there. Hey.
Hey there.
Hey there. How do you like working with Andre? He's pretty good, isn't he? Though, from what I remember, so are you.
You're not so bad yourself.
Oh, I'm gonna assume you're talking about my gun work and not, well. Anyway, as proud as I am of my skills, I can't take all the credit for learning them. It was actually my dad. He taught...
Nobody cares how perfect your dad was. My father taught me how to hunt, and he taught me how to read. I learned everything from him. He was amazing. A whole lot of good all that did for both of you, He's dead, and here you are. It's the one thing I ask of you, princess. And...
Sorry, Mina. I forgot.
where the hell is Andre?
I'm sorry about that. I forgot she doesn't like me talking about my father. She's always been touchy on that. She didn't have one, you see. Well, I mean, of course she did, but he died when she was young. I think she was maybe 9. I suppose it reminds her of what she didn't have. Or maybe she doesn't even believe me. I mean, her only other reference is John and Andre. They're not exactly what you'd think of when you imagine a warm, happy family, you know?
Wait, what?
Exactly. I didn't realize it either at first. It wasn't until Andre told me after I've been here a while. Compared to John, my dad was pretty unbelievable. Certainly for Mina, at least.
Why do you care so much about Mina?
Because I trust her, and... well, if not talking about my parents in front of her is the price, I'm happy to pay it. Remember when we first met? That argument she and I had in front of you about Clark? She was about to end the whole mission right there. She didn't trust you. Thankfully, she doesn't think you're the reason why we had that problem with the raiders. You wouldn't be here talking if she did.
Good to know.
Anyway, now that I think about it, your original question. I'd say I learned a lot from Arlen too. Talk to him if you want some pointers. Or you can stay here and pet Claus. Just don't hurt him or Mina will put your head on a spike with the others. Unfortunately. She's very good at that by now. Poor Claus.
Was wondering if there was anything you needed help with.
Well, I can't give you a real job right now. John doesn't want me giving orders for a little bit, but I suppose if you want to help me and one of the slaves, there is something small you could do. I've noticed one of our younger slaves, Alan, seems to be limping. I meant to ask him to come by the medbay so I could see what's wrong with him, but I don't like going down there. You can do that. Just be careful and patient. The slaves obviously aren't very trusting, and if they sense any weakness, there's a chance they'll try to attack you.
That happens often?
More often than I'd like. Usually when we get a new recruit or a new bunch of slaves, someone thinks they can be the hero, but then they just get themselves or another slave killed.
Why don't you want to go?
I don't know. I just don't really like it down there. I suppose you could say I'm lazy, too. Besides, you asked for something to do, and this is all I got right now.
I'll do whatever it takes to defend myself.
Oh, I'm not concerned about you. You can obviously handle some slaves, but if the slaves fight you, then some of the raiders, or you, will fight back with bullets and kill some. I don't want that.
All right.
Thanks. I'll prepare the medbay, and if any raiders or slaves give you trouble, just say, Mina sent you.